Are you struggling here? Are you trying to get deeper into your side split, but it seems like you got a block? You really can't get any deeper into the stretch and relax into a side split position. Well, if you give me the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna show you the best exercises you can do to achieve the side split and get comfortable in the stretch, all right? The flexibility guy, Coach Elia. So the side split is really a complicated position. It requires time to get here, all right? Or like otherwise, a lot of people would do that, am I right? And there would be no 30-day challenge to achieve the side split, which, by the way, is bullshit. But let's see the exercises, all right? So the first exercise you want to use is an exercise for your adductors and for your hips, because the side split is all about your adductors and your hips flexibility. Almost all about that, all right? So to perform the first exercise, you do need a couple of weights, because your adductors and your hips, if really tight, need a little bit of assistance to get more flexible. And you want to start with your back against the wall, all right? Now I'm using some kind of yoga blocks under my hips and under my feet, just to stay more comfortable in the stretch. So here, you take your feet together in front of your hips, right over here. Now you grab the weights and you put the weights on top of your knees. All right, so what you do want to do here is this. You want to press your back against the wall, because here you want to be stable, all right? And you want to use your hands and weights assistance, both. It's not only about the weights, it's also about the hands. You do want to push with your hands on top of your knees to get deeper, all right? So you may start here, you may start lower, higher, doesn't matter. What you do want to do is this. You want to drive your knees down for 4 seconds, drive your knees up. 4 seconds down, drive your knees up. 4 seconds down, drive your knees up. And you want to repeat this for reps, usually 10 to 20 reps, all right? So down, 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 down. I press with the weights, I press with my hands up. Press with the weights, press with my hands up, all right? So this is the exercise you want to use. And this is one of the best ones to work on your hips, on your adductors flexibility. Now, the second one you do want to do is kind of similar, but it's done in a different way. Now, you may know the frog stretch, all right? The frog stretch, a lot of people know it, is this stretch here, where you got your knees on the floor, much like this, and your feet in line with your knees. You try to spread your knees apart, all right? You may have some yoga blocks under your knees or not, but it's all about this, right? Now, if your hips are tight, your adductors are tight, this exercise here won't make you more flexible. Guess what? The only force of gravity isn't strong enough to pull your hips and to push your hips down. So you gotta find another solution, and I got a solution for you. So what you do want to do, sorry if I gonna give you my back, but I do want to show you the exercise against the wall. Back on the floor, yoga block under your head. Here, just to stay more comfortable in the stretch. Now, one foot against the wall, the other foot against the wall. Spread your knees apart, feet in line with the knees. Now, what you do want to do from here is this. Again, hop, weights on top of the knees. I push with my hands and I push with the weights. Now, the most important thing is that the feet, can you see the feet, want to follow the knees. So they don't have to stay higher than the knees or lower, all right? In line with the knees. And also here, you do want to have a 90-degree angle on your knees and between your legs and your trunk, all right? So you want to have the hips in line with the knees. This is really important, all right? From this position here, again, so you want to go down for 4 seconds and up, 1. Go down for 4 seconds and up, 2. Go down for 4 seconds and up, 3. Can you see? You want to repeat this movement for reps, usually 10 to 20. On the last one, you want to remain in the stretch a little longer. When you are in the stretch, remember, you do want to squeeze your glutes. So you do want to create a contraction as if you wanted to do something like, whoom, this. Can you say, I'm driving the knees down, and how am I doing this? I'm squeezing my glutes in order to open the knees out, open the knees out. Of course, I got the weight, so it's gonna be more intense, all right? So this is, I want you to perform the frog stretch, because here, can you say, you got the weight. It's not about, when you perform the frog stretch on the floor, you got this kind of, you gotta win the friction against the floor. And if you're really, really strong and your hips are really, really tight, you won't do that, all right? In this variation here, you got the back on the floor, there's no friction, just you go down and you increase your flexibility. Third exercise for your side split, you need a wall again. And I'm gonna give you my back again. I'm sorry for that. But what you do want to do here is this. You want to perform a side split, all right, with your chest against the floor, against the wall. So one foot against the wall, the other foot against the wall. Now the most important thing here is the following. You do want to use your hands behind your back. Look at this. Here, behind the back, and here. So I do want to open through my back. Can you say? Whoop, opening through the back. So I do want to push my chest and push my back toward the wall. And as I do that, I do want to create this roll of the pelvis. Can you say? I'm not curving my back, I'm trying to arch my back as much as possible. This is going to pull my adductors, and this is going to make my hips flexible to perform a side split. When I am in the position, I want to press with my hands. I can use some yoga blocks or on the floor, whatever you want. And as I am in the position, I can relax in the stretch. I can also apply a PNF contraction, which means that I do want to squeeze my muscles as I am in the stretch to relax more. To do that, I push with my feet against the wall for 10 seconds, all right? I contract my muscles as if I wanted to close my legs together, all right, in front of me. And then I stop, inhale, exhale, and I can see the magic happening, because this PNF contraction is really, really beneficial for your muscles flexibility. It's gonna help you relax better and get deeper into the stretch, all right? Of course, as time goes on, you do want to spread your legs more and more and more, all right? So this is how you want to perform the chest to the wall split, another amazing exercise you can do for your hips flexibility, for your legs flexibility. When you perform a side split, most of the time you're gonna feel like the problem is here, inside of the hips, not really on the legs. One exercise you can do is called the 90-90 stretch. Now, you go here, all right? So you start here and you go here. You face in front of you. You can repeat this dynamically, and this is going to work really on the inside of your hip. And then you can also stop in the stretch, for example here. And now you got two main variations. The first one, you stretch your glutes here. So you turn your body toward your front leg, all right? And from here, you drive your body, your trunk, down toward, not really toward this foot, but toward the outside, all right? This way. And this is going to stretch your glutes like crazy. You wanna keep a 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle here. Second variation, you do want to lean back, all right? Lean back, press this hip toward the floor, and work like this. So you want to turn your body as much as possible toward your back heel over there, all right? So the more pressure you apply on this leg, the more you're gonna feel the stretch. Can you say, like I'm really leaning into it. I'm leaning into the stretch this way. And this is going to open up your hip joint. So you got two very interesting variations to work on your hip flexibility, deep inside your hips, all right? The 90-90 stretch, this exercise here, is excellent for the inside of your hips, to really loosen up your muscles and your ligaments, because it's all about the ligaments. The side split is a lot about the ligaments. So by working on this, you're gonna work also on the ligaments and the kind of deepest muscles, deepest tissues you got inside of your hips. Now, what about the side split? How can we work on the side split? I want to show you a secret which is called neural relaxation. Now, a lot of people, when they go into a side split position, they mistakenly go there without knowing this technique here. They don't use something under the hips, so they can't properly relax in the position. So, for example, if you go into a side split and just stop at a certain point, your legs will kind of be contracted in a kind of a way, because your muscles are not relaxing on something. It's like sitting on a chair or sitting without a chair under your glutes. Like what's happening is that if you got a chair, you're relaxing your muscles. If you don't have a chair but you're still trying to sit, you're gonna squeeze your muscles because you have to maintain that kind of posture, but you don't have something to allow your muscles to relax there. Now here's the same, all right? So neural relaxation is this phenomenon that allows your muscles to relax into the stretch. And here you want to use this concept, all right? So you want to use some yoga blocks. You want to start on top and put the yoga blocks under your thighs or under your hips. It depends on your flexibility level. So I'm gonna show you, for example, you want to start from the thighs because this is easier, all right? So look at this. One yoga block under my right, one yoga block under my left. Can you see? I can start really high, really high. And I have my hips in line with my feet. This is really important. I can turn my feet forward or upward. I must say, if your feet are pointing up, this is a little easier. If your feet are pointing forward, this is a little harder because it involves more the adductors. And here you gotta kind of, this is called external rotation. It's gonna make the exercise a little more comfortable for your hips, all right? Now, as you get better and better, you can also work, you can also play a little bit with your trunk position. If you flex your trunk down, it's gonna get a little easier. If you move your trunk up, it's gonna get a little harder. But by the way, you do want to keep and arch the back, all right? So you don't want to curve your back, you want to keep your back arched. Now at this point, you'd want to do something like this. As you get better and better, look at this. I'm turning the blocks, and I'm getting deeper. Now, I can also move the blocks in. Can you see? Under my hips. Same concept, just getting easier, all right? I want to repeat this concept until I'm on the floor, but every time I make progress, I do want to make sure that I'm sitting on something, all right? So the main kind of idea here is that every time I get lower, I'm sitting on something. I'm kind of relaxing in the position. One last kind of piece of advice I can give you, and I'm gonna give you my back again, I'm sorry for that, but I do want to show you why you have to squeeze your glutes. So when you are in the side split position, when you are here, for example, all right, you want to squeeze your glutes. So as you can see, as I am in the bottom position, I want to strongly engage my glutes. And you can say also, by doing that, what my hips do. As you can see, if I'm off, my hips get like this, not in line with my feet. As soon as I try to arch and squeeze the glutes, they get immediately into the correct position. And also, by squeezing your glutes, you're gonna get a little more comfortable in the stretch. Can you see? Now, I'm not activating my glutes at all. And the main kind of thing that happens is that my hips want to collapse back. But if from this position here, for example, I engage my glutes strongly, can you see? Now I'm relaxing and now I'm engaging and I go down, my hips don't collapse back. They stay in the correct position and I can sit into the split, all right? So this is the kind of a main idea you want to have when you are in a side split position, and these are the best exercises you want to use if you want to start working on your side split. Few exercises, just stick to them and you're gonna see massive improvements. There's no 30-day challenge here. Another kind of piece of advice I want to give you, I see a lot of people doing for example, just the side split. They want to get the side split, they just go into the side split, they try to get deeper. It doesn't work like this. Your body has to figure out how to get there with different exercises, not just the side split, all right? The side split is just the top of the iceberg. You do want to do all the kind of other work, the 90 position, the adductor stretch, the tailor pose, the one with your feet in front of your hips. All these exercises are excellent to work on the deepest muscles you got inside of your hips. That in a side split may be kind of not stretched sufficiently to let you make flexibility gains. Make sense? So you do want to use all these exercises to make progress in your side split and then get into the side split. So it's the mix that is the best thing to do, and that will allow you to make progress. Does it make sense, guys? So I hope that with this video you now know what to do to achieve your side split. And if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the videos, or maybe you got some kind of questions, something to ask, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna be more than happy to talk with you, to chat a little bit, all right, and to talk about side splits or whatever kind of flexibility position you want. Now, guys, I know that some of you may want to achieve the side split with a program. Maybe you've been trying to achieve the side split, you got your membership, you got some programs and stuff, but what I'm offering you here, and what I offer usually, is a personalized program, all right? Now, the personalized program works like this. It's not a copy and paste. It's not your membership where everyone gets to do the same thing, which is totally crazy for me. I want to create something personalized on you because each one of us is different. Maybe you need something, another person needs some other exercises and stuff, all right? So, and other methodologies, maybe you need to stay a lot in a certain stretch. Another person needs another thing. Maybe you need more weight. Maybe she needs less weight, and etc. All right. So I do want to create something personalized, and the only way I got to do that is to get on the phone with you. All right. So I can get on the phone or not. We can share some emails to figure out your level of preparation, your pieces of equipment, your time availability, your goals. We're going to talk about all of that, and we're going to create a program out of that, all right? We're going to create a personalized program for you to follow, all right? So I'm going to create this personalized program, really personalized on you, on your goals, on your time availability and stuff. And you can book a free call. It's free, all right? We can talk about it freely. Click on the link in the description down below, all right? Get your free call, get started with me, and we're gonna create this personalized program, and you're gonna get the side split. I'm more than sure about it, all right? So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how it goes with the side split. I hope that this is interesting and super fun. It's gonna be super fun. These exercises are fun. I really have fun when I do them. Feel awesome. They feel awesome. My hips, everything feels awesome after that. Let me know, all right, guys? Have a nice stretch. See you in the next video. Bye. Hey, if you want to improve your legs, hips, lower body flexibility in general, and you also want to master the splits, in this book you can find all the exercises you need. This is called Split Sacking, and you can find it on Amazon right now.